Hi, it's Carrie here at Barefoot Consultants, and I thought I would share with you where I am in the world this week. I'm actually visiting my family out in Minnesota, so right there, do you see it? One of the 10,000 lakes. We are in a small community north of the Twin Cities and enjoying nature, birds, saw some deer, some ducks, all the things that beautiful Minnesota has to offer. And so that is where Minnesota is sponsoring your video of the week. The great state of Minnesota. So anyway, in this edition of the newsletter, the article that I wrote was about writing your script for your bio video or your profile if you are offering your services as a tutor online. And so to go along with that, I thought I would share with you this document here, which is the teacher bio checklist. And for those of you who were part of the Earn with English online masterclass, this is one of the resources that you received during the masterclass. So you can go and download this from your resources there on the main training day that we did. But it's always good to review these things. And I know that there are some of you who have been asking for support, wanting me to review. And summertime's a time when we sometimes get a little bit more time in our schedule to tackle these projects. So if you're thinking about creating your bio, this video is meant for you. So the theme of the article that I wrote this week was how to change your mindset when you are writing your bio. And most of us take on this task as we are writing to inform. So I'm going to let people know my background. I'm going to let them know things about me, what I've done in the world, my experiences, my talents, who I am as a teacher, right? And when we write to inform, we approach that in a certain way. And what I am encouraging you to do or inviting you to do is actually what you want to do when you're writing a bio or a script for a video is you want to think of this as persuasive writing, right? So you really want to think of this as how am I going to articulate these things about me in a way that the person on the receiving end can understand the benefit of working with me. So it's not the hard sell, get the Ginzu knives, sign up now and you'll save 50% or anything like that. It is, I am writing with the intention of letting you know the benefit of working with me, not just giving you a laundry list or a kind of a dry resume of who I am, but how I can help you should actually be the focus here. So that is actually number one on the checklist. So this checklist is all about making sure that you make them, the prospective student, the focus of your profile or your video or whatever it may be. So minimizing the word I, making sure that you are writing it from their perspective. What does it mean to you that I have this experience? How is what I bring to the table going to help you? So I'm not saying don't use the word I. Of course, that's kind of impossible when you're making a bio video about yourself, right? But it shouldn't be all about you. It should be about you through the lens of how you can help them. The next thing on here is to detail your previous experience. So, and what I mean by that is detail your previous experience that's relevant to you being a teacher. Not every job you ever had, every task you've ever done, every duty you have ever performed. This is really about you in the context of being a teacher. So if you have any teaching experience, any training experience, life experience, things that you may have volunteered where you were in the position of being a teacher or a trainer, if that wasn't something that you did within your regular 9 to 5. The next thing is to state specifically how you can help them. And this is one of the things that I don't see very many people creating a bio do, because they get caught up in the idea of, I need to tell you who I am and what I'm about. And we defer back to that. This is just a verbal resume, or this is just a bio type resume. And they leave out, how specifically are you going to help them as a teacher? So this could be something like, I'm going to help you minimize your accent. I'm going to help you become more fluid when speaking in conversational context. I'm going to help you be able to write emails more clearly in English. Or whatever the case may be, right? You are unique. You are bringing something to the table that only you can offer. So just make sure you tell them what that is and what it means to them. Next is to speak to the student's outcome. So students are the outcome is, I want to be able to speak English really well, right? Like, I want to have a conversation in English. Maybe for some, it's, I want to be able to, if they're at university, for example, I want to be able to submit essays or homework or my thesis in English in a clear, coherent way. So you might be helping in that context as well. Although I think we all kind of know that most online teaching and tutoring is conversational based. So speak to their outcome. How are you going to help them do that more quickly? We all want something to come fast, right? Don't make promises you can't keep, but addressing the fact that by working with a native English speaker, they're going to advance more quickly than if they did not. That certainly is a true statement, right? Include your differentiating keywords. As you know, a lot of these platforms, these tutor platforms, are basically work as a searchable database. If I am an electrical engineer and I want to work with an English tutor who also has a background in engineering, I can use engineering or electrical engineer as a search term inside the platform itself to give me results of tutors who have that background. And then I'm more in alignment with them, not only in they understand my needs based on my career, but we also speak the same language or vocabulary, so to speak. So that's a great way to put yourself ahead of others, is by really putting in a lot of keywords that will help them find you and identify you as the best teacher for them. Share your personal teaching philosophy. Now, if you've never been a teacher before, you might never have even considered, what is my personal teaching philosophy? I don't know. Your personal teaching philosophy might be that you're going to design all of your lessons around their needs, right? Or your personal philosophy might be that the best way to learn is through speaking or through writing or through sharing experiences. Or some people believe that the best way to learn is through reading out loud. You can have a personal philosophy that's just about anything, but stating what your personal philosophy about teaching can be identifies you in the context of being a teacher to the person who's reading it. The next thing is to list your education. So if this is appropriate, of course, probably highest level of education is best. But if there is a section where you're filling in on the platform information about yourself, then even partial degrees should be included, because again, those become connection points for students who have a similar interest or a similar background. Then make sure that you include any TEFL certification that you have, or any training or experience that you have in teaching English. That should probably be near the top. And then encourage them to book a lesson. So don't forget to leave out the call to action, which is inviting them to the next logical step after reading your bio or listening to your video. And of course, we want their next logical step to be, hey, book a lesson with me right away, so that they don't go off and forget some of the things that they learned about us when watching our video or reading our bio. So make sure that you, both in a written profile or bio and in your video profile, to get that call to action in there. Here's how you book a lesson with me on this platform. It could also be, take a look at my profile, and at the bottom you'll see the booking button or whatever, something like that if it's profile specific. But make sure that you prompt them to take an action. So those are just some quick tips from this document that you have if you're in the Earn with English Online Masterclass that can help you to create a bio that not only stands out from others, but speaks to the student's needs and prompts them to take the action that you want, which is to book a lesson with you. So I hope that these have been helpful. I hope that you've enjoyed the beautiful scenery here in Minnesota. And in my next video, I'm going to be back in Mexico. So thanks for coming along with Travels with Carrie, and also learning a little bit about how to get more students on a teaching platform.